Test, 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 test.
Now, here's the voice of the Banks Braves, Trevor Beard.
Good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to another edition of Banks High School Athletics. I'm Trevor Beard, voice of the Banks Braves. 2025 OSAA 3A softball second round as the Banks Braves get ready to host the Mcloughlin Pioneers, the 10 seed out of Milton Freewater, the third place finisher from 3A District 2. Banks advanced to a bye in the first round, and the number 7 seed overall after finishing 3A District 1 undefeated at 12-0. Had a couple of chances to move up into the top 5, but got kind of handled by a couple of teams from 3A District 3. I think 5, maybe 6 teams from that district advanced to the state playoffs. Osaa, Dayton, Yamhill Carlton, Santiam Christian. A couple of others in there as well, I think, but Osaa looks like the team to beat in 3A District 1, or in OSAA 3A softball. Banks had a couple of close losses to Osaa and Yamhill Carlton. Both those teams ranked in the top 5. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute break, do some business with the OSAA, and when we come back, we'll tell you about both teams. This is the 2025 OSAA 3A softball championship second round action on WestSidesGreatestHits.com and the Westside Mobile Media YouTube channel.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things, or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low-interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
And we're back, 2025 OSAA 3A softball championship second round action between the 10 seed Mcloughlin Pioneers of Milton Freewater from northeastern Oregon and the number 7 seed overall Banks Braves, located about 25 miles northwest of, or directly west of Portland. Taking a look at the rosters first for the visiting Mcloughlin Lady Pioneers. Non-starters number 00, Macy Watts. Number 11, Sophia Buelna. Number 15, Crystal Montgomery. Number 25, Katarina Nauman. And number 42, Valeria Almelda. Starting for Mcloughlin, leading off pitcher number 4, Addie Leonetti. Number 9, third baseman Ella Burkwell will hit second. Number 13, Aisling Giger. I missed a G in Aisling's first name. Apologize for that. She'll be playing at first base. Number 8, Ava Carper at second. Starting at shortstop, number 18, Abigail Perkins. Number 12, Allie Sasser will get the start in left field. Number 6, Maritza Ruvakalba in center field. Number 2, Rosalind Ruvakalba will be behind the plate. And number 20, Imelda Lopez in right field. We'll also be handling public address, scoreboard as well. So if you hear any delays, especially early on, that is likely what is going on. If you hear any dead air, we'll take another 1-minute break and be back after this local break from Jim's Market and Sarah Hesselman.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748. And we're back. Roster for the 2025 Banks Lady Braves. Leading off, number 12, non-starters, number 12, Kiana Prevost, number 16, Cheyenne Morrison, and number 32, Emberly Richardson. Starting for the Braves, number 2, Brooklyn Robinson. Kill the music. Number 10, Brooklyn Evans, starting at shortstop. Number 77, Sydney Phillips at center field. Number 9, Chloe Long will be behind the plate. Number 14, Naomi Brown at second base. Number 21, Michaela Prevost in left field. Number 44, Karis Holscher in right field. Number 51, Brooklyn Lamb at third base. And number 37, Sawyer Peters will get the start at first base. Stay connected to your favorite team with the OSAA Live mobile app. OSAA Live features the latest scores, schedules, and rankings for all teams and leagues across Oregon. Access OSAA state championship programs. Read the latest prep news and information. Search OSAA Live in the App Store or on Google Play to download today. Coaches are meeting with the umpires at home plate. We'll have the OSAA sportsmanship script and introduction of rosters for both teams, and then the national anthem before we get underway with the first pitch. As a reminder for all of you on the road, Oregon Department of Transportation encourages you to please be sure to park your phone so that our roadways are safer for everyone. Again, 2025 OSAA 3A softball second round state championships. Second round of the state championships between the Mcloughlin Pioneers and the Banks Lady Braves. A lot of playoff history between these two teams, especially in softball. Banks won 2 championships for women's or girls sports in our first season broadcasting Banks athletics in the 2015-2016 season. And in the spring of 2016, Banks defeated Mcloughlin at Oregon State back when softball state championships were held at OSU prior to Jane Saunders on the campus of University of Oregon. Congratulations to Oregon softball and Oregon State men's baseball programs. Oregon softball, of course, headed to the Women's Championship World Series for softball in Oklahoma City. Oregon and Oregon State both hosting regionals for baseball playoffs starting tomorrow. Actually, I believe they start Friday. State track and field championships start tomorrow at Hayward Field in Eugene. Number of Braves athletes as well as Yamhill Carlton competing for individual trophies or individual medals and team titles as well. 3-person umpire crew meeting with the coaches for both teams. 2 captains on the field as well for Mcloughlin in the meeting. Banks, not sure if they have any captains this year for softball, but they do not have any seniors on their roster. The only senior that was recognized at the last regular season home date, I should say, in a doubleheader against Corbett was the team manager. Banks will be in their home white uniforms, navy blue numerals with kind of a dark mustard gold, they call it Vegas gold trim, white pants. Mcloughlin in maroon uniforms, white numerals, white trim across the shoulders and down to the elbows on each sleeve, black pants, white belt, white socks. No field dimensions at Banks High School for the softball facility at least. Still waiting for the meeting between the umpires and the coaches to wrap up. Still have about 4 minutes to scheduled start time as a youngster about 3 or 4 years old has decided she wants to play as well. Rich sports tradition at Banks High School, 7 state championships across football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, and softball in the 10 seasons we've been broadcasting Banks Braves athletics. Triple crown in the 2019-2020 season in football, boys, basketball, and baseball. I think we're set. Coaches are leaving the field. Umpires or players are headed back to their dugouts and exchanging handshakes with the umpires. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and softball fans. Welcome to today's second round matchup of the 2025 OSAA 3A softball state championships between the visiting 10 seed Mcloughlin Pioneers of Milton Freewater and the number 7 seed host team, the Banks Braves. As fans, friends, parents, and members of the Banks community, we now have our own rules designed to ensure and encourage an atmosphere of safety, tolerance, acceptance, and respect for all of us. We call it being a star, and it means not threatening or ridiculing anyone in attendance based on their race, gender, age, color, national origin, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. Violation of these rules will result in the appropriate penalty, including potential ejection from this and all future interscholastic events. Let's all make an effort to bring out the best in the students we're here to support and in ourselves, because greatness is ageless. Thank you. Now let's meet the roster for the visiting Mcloughlin Pioneers of Milton Freewater, third place finishers of 3A District 2. Non-starters, number 00, Macy Watts. Number 11, Sophia Buelna. Number 15, Crystal Montgomery. Number 25, Katarina Nauman. And number 42, Valeria Almelda. Starters for the Pioneers, number 4, starting pitcher, Addie Leonetti. Hitting second, number 9 at third base, Ella Burkwell. At first base, number 13, Aisling Giger. At second base, number 8, Ava Carper. Playing at shortstop, number 18, Abigail Perkins. Number 12 in left field, Ali Sasser. In center field, number 6, Maritza Ruvakalba. At catcher, number 2, Roslyn Ruvakalba. And in right field, number 20, Imelda Lopez. Now let's meet the roster for today's home team, the Banks Braves. Number 12, Kiana Prevos. Number 16, Cheyenne Morrison. Number 32, Emberly Richardson. Starters for the Braves, leading off number 2, pitcher Brooklyn Robinson. Number 10, batting second, shortstop Brooklyn Evans. Number 77, center fielder Sidney Phillips. Hitting cleanup, number 9, catcher Chloe Long. Number 14 at second base, Naomi Brown. Number 21 in left field, Michaela Prevost. Number 44, right fielder Karis Fulcher. Number 51 at third base, Brooklyn Lamb. And at first base, number 37, Sawyer Peters. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats and turn your attention to the American flag in center field for today's national anthem. We'll take another 1-minute break, and when we come back, we should be set for the first pitch between the Banks Braves and the Mcloughlin Pioneers, 2025 second round of the OSAA 3A Softball State Championships when we return.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
Explore your world with Donna Mallard-Hawkins at Infinity Escapes Travel. She's a Banks alum and can help you find great deals on cruises with Regent Seven Seas and discounts on guests with Virgin Voyages and Royal Caribbean. Want to stay ashore? Check out featured tours like National Parks of the American West, like tours of Croatia and Madagascar. Book your next vacation with Donna Mallard-Hawkins and Infinity Escapes Travel, calling 823-634-8080 or visit infinityescapestravel.com. Leading off for the Pioneers, number 4 starting pitcher, Addie Leonetti. Addie Leonetti will lead off the contest for the Pioneers. Brooklyn Robinson inside the circle for the Braves. First pitch strike on the inner half of the plate, 0-1 the count. Second pitch is pounded foul left of the bag at third, 0-2. The OSAA is going digital with Hometown Ticketing, the official ticketing partner of the OSAA. Access tickets for all first round through state championship finals via the OSAA website or OSAA Live app. As that pitch is rolled to the plate well inside. Or the OSAA Live app, order your tickets in advance and present your digital ticket at the gate. Convenient, paperless, and easy to use. Visit osaa.org/tickets. And Leonetti, a lot more power behind that swing, but rips it foul. Again, same area of the previous strike two pitch. Left to the bag at third. 1-2 the count still. Robinson facing her first hitter of the game. This is popped up to the left side of the bag, or left side of the infield. Evans into the shallow edge of the grass behind third to make the catch for out number one. Now up for the Pioneers, number 9, third baseman Ella Burkwell. Pioneers, Mcloughlin's uniforms, Pioneers in white lettering across the chest with ribbon across the bottom. The pitch is swung on and curving foul. Again, left of the line at third, 0-1. Batting for Mcloughlin, number 9, third baseman Ella Burkwell. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball dropped late, but too late, 1-1 the count. No score, just underway. 2025 OSAA 3A softball second round. Pitch is well in, so late called strike, 1-2. One-two pitch swung on and either missed or foul tipped into the glove of Long for out number 2. Number 13, first baseman Aisling Giguere. Robinson trying to set down the Pioneers in order to start the contest. And she's not going to be able to do it as Giguere with a line drive single back up the middle for the first hit of the game. Coming to the plate for the Pioneers, cleanup hitter, second baseman, number 8, Ava Carper. First pitch from Robinson, right in there, taken all the way for strike one. Yeah, one from Robinson, throw down to first, not in time. Pitch a little bit up and away, 1-1. Robinson's 1-1 pitch, misses upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch, out straight back out of play, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Pioneers' second baseman, Ava Carper. Runner at first after a 2-out single. Breaking ball, fooled her on a pitch that dropped in the dirt late for strike 3. Mcloughlin strands a runner at first after a 2-out single from Aisling Giguere. And after half an inning, it's Mcloughlin nothing and the Braves coming to the plate. Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, any time is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
And we're back, bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Braves will be starting pitcher number 2, Brooklyn Robinson. First pitch bunted. Back to the pitcher, throw to first is high, and threw it away. Brooklyn Robinson's going to be on at second after rounding third. It'll be a 2-base error. They're going to send her to the plate. She's going to score on an inside the park home run on a ball that goes about 6 feet in front of the plate. After a throwing error at first, it's 1-0 Banks after the first hitter of the game. Brooklyn Robinson with an inside the park home run after the bunt. Now batting number 10, shortstop Brooklyn Evans. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. One pitch well inside, 1-2-0. Pitch jammed her, slow roller back to the pitcher. The underhand toss to first works this time for out number 1. Number 77, batting third, center fielder, Sydney Phillips. First pitch to Sydney Phillips is a called strike, 0-1. Pitch is going to be bloop single to right for the second hit of the game for Banks. Bringing up number 9, catcher Chloe Long. Batting number 9, cleanup hitter Chloe Long, Braves catcher. Pitch is, right past the third baseman's glove. Third hit of the inning. Runners at first and second, still 1 out. Number 14, second baseman Naomi Brown. Pitch is taken all the way for a strike at the knees on the delivery from Leonetti, 0-1. Pitch well inside, down around the shoe tops of Miss Brown. 1-1 the count. One out, bottom of the first, already a 1-0 Braves lead after Brooklyn Robinson led things off offensively with an inside the park bunt home run. 1-1 pitch, swung on, grounded to third. Third baseman will take it to the bag herself. That will be Ella Burkwell for out number 2. Still runners at first and second for number 21, Michaela Prevost. Batting number 21, left fielder Michaela Prevost. First pitch a little bit high, ball 1. Again, well inside, up around her base 2-0. Leonetti having issues missing inside when the Braves haven't been connecting with the softball. Grounded to second, to throw to first in time, and that'll do it for the Braves in the home half of the first. But the Braves get a run on 3 hits and a Mcloughlin error after 1 full inning. It's Banks 1 and Mcloughlin nothing. That half inning for the Braves, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error from Mcloughlin. After 1 full inning, it's Banks 1 and Mcloughlin nothing.
At Wana Credit Union, every individual is unique, with different needs, different wants, and different goals. This is who we are, and we live here. Our families live here. Our friends live here. This is our home, because to us, you're not a number. You're an individual. Wana Credit Union. Individuals welcome.
O'Leary Air is proudly offering Dakin Comfort Pro HVAC products. They've been serving the West Side and Greater Portland Metro since 2015. They pride themselves in getting the job done right, backed by a legacy of integrity, respect, and honesty. O'Leary Air offers competitive pricing on all their work. Give them a call today at 503-989-5251. That's 503-989-5251. Online at o'learyair.com. CCB number 239855.
Leading off the top of the second for Mcloughlin, number 18, shortstop Abigail Perkins. First pitch to start the second from Robinson. Close, maybe a little bit high, ball 1. Pitch outside 2-0. Robinson takes her time and gets a pop fly. Evans throws off her mask and makes the catch on a ball skied to short for out number 1. Batting second, number 12, left fielder Allie Sasser. Pitch to Sasser. It's fouled off the plate and then off her chest, 0-1. Banks, if they pick up the victory today, will travel to 2 seed Dayton Dayton hosting the 15-seed Brookings Harbor Bruins, who defeated Santiam Christian 18-1 on Monday. Pitch just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Brookings can somehow pull the upset, Banks would host the Bruins on Friday, but this is likely our final broadcast of the season. Check swing on a called strike 3 for out number 2. Second strikeout for Robinson, as Sasser couldn't hold up. Batting center fielder number 6, Maritza Ruvakalba. Left-handed hitter to face Robinson. Catches outside part of the plate for strike 1. It's just a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chopped past the third baseman and Evans. That will likely go as a base hit. Another 2-out single for the second straight inning for Mcloughlin. Batting number 2, catcher Roslyn Ruvakalba. Pitch a little bit high, ball 1. One and 1. Throw back to first, not in time. Misses well inside, 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch is lifted high, foul, well out of play off the first base side. 2-2. Robinson looking for her third strikeout of the contest, which would end the top of the second with the tying run at first for the Pioneers. 2-2 the count. Roslyn Ruvakalba the hitter. The pitch down and in. Count is full on a pitch in the dirt. Imelda Lopez, bottom of the order, right fielder, Pioneers hitter. Come to the plate as that one's going to bounce and then ricochet off of Ruvakalba's knee. And now Mcloughlin has a tying run at second with 2 outs. Number 20 for the Pioneers, right fielder Imelda Lopez. Pitch fouled straight back off the end of the bat, 0-1. Pitch is well inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-0 Banks, 2 outs in the top of the second. Brooklyn Robinson, an inside the park bunt off an error on a throw to first. The only run of the game so far. That one fouled again into the bottom of the fence off the first base side in front of the Braves dugout, 1-2. Again, Robinson looking for a payoff pitch to get out of the second with 2 runners aboard for the Pioneers at first and second. The 1-2, late swing on a pitch high out of the strike zone for strike 3. Brooklyn Robinson ends the top of the second inning with her third strikeout of the contest after 1.5. Still Banks 1 and Mcloughlin nothing. Pioneers leave 2 stranded after a base hit and a walk. We return with the bottom of the second inning in just a moment.
Do you have your next vacation planned? Whether it's time for a cruise, weekend getaway, or a bucket list resort, let Lazy Hammock Travel in North Plains help you. Lazy Hammock Travel, your passport to relaxation. Call Jason Ackerman at 503-332-5571 or visit their website, lazyhammocktravel.com. Lazy Hammock Travel, proud sponsors of Banks Braves Athletics and American Legion Baseball on Westside Mobile Media.
Are you looking for a job with flexible hours, a way to support your community, or a first step toward a career in education? ESS has exciting substitute teacher and paraprofessional openings at schools throughout Eastern Yamhill, Columbia, and Washington counties. You'll enjoy creating your own schedule with weekly pay, ongoing training, and benefits. Begin your rewarding career in education by applying today at ess.com.
As the title sponsor of the OSAA State Championships, On Point does everything it can to help our team and community get ahead. On Point delivers the local banking and lending its members need to reach their goals and make more possible. Visit On Point at onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by the NCUA Equal Housing Opportunity. Leading off for the Braves, number 44 right fielder Karis Holscher to start the second inning. First pitch from Leonetti is in there for strike one. Batting number 44 for the Braves, right fielder Karis Holscher. The 0-1 pitch, swung on late on a pitch low, 0-2. And equipment timeout for catcher Roslyn Ruvalcaba for the Pioneers. 0-2 the count to Karis Holscher, Braves right fielder, to lead off the second. Pitches bounce to the plate well inside, 1-2. Thanks baseball at Taft. That game will be getting underway any minute. 5 o'clock first pitch. That one lifted foul out of play off the first base side. Still 1-2. This weekend we'll be handling play-by-play duties for the best of the best tournament, a 6A and 5A All-Star tournament where each team represents a league or classification. As that pitch hits Karis Holscher. Games will begin on Saturday morning, I believe around 10 o'clock, 10:30. And coming up this summer, late July, it's the 2025 OSAA AAA Oregon American Legion State Tournament on Westside Mobile Media. Batting number 51, third baseman Brooklyn Lamb. Runner at first after the hit batter. Pitch after getting hit by the pitch. Strike two called on a cutter that looked inside. 0-2. Brooklyn's got to get the bat off her shoulders now behind two pitches. The 0-2 swung on and gets a good cut on a pitch back up the middle. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Number 37, bottom of the order, first baseman Sawyer Peters. Still no outs for the Braves. Runners at first and second. Pitches outside for ball one. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lift line to center field. They're going to hold the runners in place. Bases loaded, still nobody out. Back-to-back hits here in the second inning for the Braves. Top of the order, pitcher number 2, Mcloughlin Robinson. And this is going to be popped up to center the infield behind the circle for out number 1. Number 10, shortstop, Brooklyn Evans. So Mcloughlin Robinson cannot duplicate her feat that she accomplished to start the game with an infield home run on a pitch that traveled about 6 feet. Evans rips one through the hole between third and short. Holscher's going to score. Lamb's going to score. Late tag, throw to third, not in time. 2 runs will score on a RBI single turned into a double from Mcloughlin Evans, and it's 3-0 Braves. Still only 1 out. Sidney Phillips, the hitter, Brave center fielder. Runners at second and third. Pitches fouled off, out of play off to the right, 0-1. Center fielder, double sevens, Sidney Phillips. The 0-1 pitch. Well inside, but turns on one, lifts it to left. That should score a run on the sacrifice. The tag at the plate will be late. Sawyer Peters will score despite being late on the tag. It's 4-0 Braves. 3 runs now scoring in the bottom of the second. Number 9, catcher Chloe Long. Still a runner at third. Mcloughlin Evans pitches turned on and ripped foul in front of the Mcloughlin bench off of third, 0-1. And time has been called as McLaughlin's coach is going to come out and meet with their starting pitcher, Addie Leonetti. 4-0 Braves, 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 run, 3 hits in the first, 3 runs, 3 hits in the second inning. 2 outs in the bottom of the second and an 0-1 pitch to Braves catcher Chloe Long. I believe that will be it for Addie Leonetti. She is headed to the dugout. Coming in to replace her will be number 18, Abigail Perkins. Or number 13, Aisling Giguere, starting first baseman. 1 strike and 2 outs for the Braves in the bottom of the second when we return after this pitching change.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
Legacy Roofing can save your home from leaks, mold, and other issues related to an older roof, preventing future roof issues, saving you thousands of dollars. They use only the most trusted materials backed by an excellent warranty that is transferred if you ever sell your home. Legacy is tops in their field, earning the GAF Master Elite certification and the Golden Pledge warranty. For more information or to get a free quote, call 503-357-7663 today. And once again, Chloe Long steps into the box as new pitcher for the Pioneers, Aisling Giguere, takes over from coming over from first base, misses badly well inside, 1-1. New pitcher for the Pioneers, number 13, starting first baseman Aisling Giguere. 1-1 pitch, upstairs, up and in, 2-1. Throw back to third, not in time for Evans. Pitch is well inside, 3-1. And after making the pitching change, Aisling Giguere has not found the plate yet on her first three pitches. Cannot see who's taken over at first for Mcloughlin, has her glove over her uniform. And that one's going to be lifted to right, but making the catch to end the inning is Imelda Lopez. Ava Carper moves from second to first for Mcloughlin as we end the second, but the Braves tack on three more runs on 3 hits, and after 2, it's Banks 4 and Mcloughlin nothing. We'll be back with the top of the third inning in just a moment.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things? Or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low-interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
And we're back, top of the third inning, leading off for Mcloughlin. Number 4, Addie Leonetti with a leadoff single to left center. And it gets away from Phillips. She'll be in safely with a leadoff double. Addie Leonetti for Mcloughlin leading off at the top of the third with a double. Now batting number 9, third baseman Ella Burkwell.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla...
Apologize about that. I had to get technical issue taken care of during the momentary stoppage of play as Chloe Long goes out to meet with Brooklyn Robinson. Mcloughlin has had base runners in every inning, and now a leadoff double in the top of the third. Pitch is lifted to center field. Sydney Phillips tracks it to her right. Throw to first, not in time. Throw was there, but Lamb was off the bag. 1 out and a runner at third for Mcloughlin. Number 13, new pitcher for the Pioneers, Aisling Giguere. Runner at third for Mcloughlin. Pitch from Robinson. Kind of a check swing. Lifts it right of the bag at first to Peters. Throw to third, not in time. 2 outs, though, for Mcloughlin. Number 8, new first baseman, Ava Carper. Swung on, grounded to short. Throw to first. Threw it away into the fence. A run will score on the throwing error from Evans. First error for the Braves, and first run comes in for Mcloughlin with 2 outs in the top of the third. Pitch is down, maybe a little bit inside, 1-0 to number 18 for the Pioneers, Abigail Perkins, shortstop. Just swung on, grounded to third. Nice play by Brooklyn Lamb. Throw to first in time to end the threat from Mcloughlin. Pioneers are on the board, though, after 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error from the Braves. After 2.5, it's now Banks 4 and Mcloughlin 1. OSAA Today is your spot for all high school state championship coverage from news, stories, coaches, polls, and more. Get it all by visiting OSAA Today. Go to osaa.org/today. And if you want to stay in shape, be involved in a sport you love, and earn money in the process, become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials in Oregon, and we need you now more than ever. Visit osaa.org/officials for more information and to get registered. There are no outs in the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Braves, second baseman, number 14, Naomi Brown. Some of our warmest temperatures of the day being recorded around the Portland area as the first pitch from Aisling to Naomi Brown misses low and inside, ball 1. Guys originally were scheduled to reach 90, but they've dropped off that a little bit and now say mid-80s. 2-0 the count to Naomi Brown. 2-0 pitch, well outside, 3-0. See if Naomi takes. 3-ball count time has been called. And Aisling misses for a 4-pitch walk to Naomi Brown to lead off, or with 1 out in the top of the, with no outs in the bottom of the third. Number 21, left fielder Michaela Prevost. Throwing bunt pitch misses inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count, bottom of the third. Braves a 4-1 lead. Brown shows bunt, brings the bat back, throw to second, throws in front of the bag, and Naomi Brown slides in safely. Pitch to the plate, a called strike, 1-1. Mcloughlin, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Banks, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Swung on, lifted well out of play off to the right side, 1-2. Is knuckled foul, right of the bag at first. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Keep you updated on all high school baseball and softball coverage for teams in our immediate listening area on Facebook later tonight. 1 out for the Braves in the bottom of the third. Naomi Brown advances to third on the throw to first. Number 44, right fielder, Karis Holscher. Shows bunt, foul off the end of the bat, straight back after it hits off the plate, 0-1. Pitch from Giguere, bunted square right back to the pitcher, who nearly trips and falls down, trying to come up with the throw to the plate, no play. I think that's going to go as an infield or as a bunt single. A run will score on the play. It's 5-1 Braves with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Batting number 51, third baseman Brooklyn Lamb. Five-1 Banks, 1 out in the bottom of the third. 1 in the first, 3 in the second. First run of the third inning for the Braves just scored a moment ago. Pitches down and in, ball 1. Pitch, jams it and grounds to second for out number 2. Coming to the plate, number 37, first baseman Sawyer Peters. I believe Naomi Brown is the, actually Karis Holscher, the runner at second. The grounder to third is nowhere near first base, and another error from Mcloughlin is going to allow Karis Holscher to score from second. And it's 6-1 Braves. Pitch is a good one. Strike at the knees, down and in, 0-1. Pitch is lifted to shallow center, coming over behind the bag to make the catch is the Mcloughlin shortstop. We can assume number 18, Abigail Perkins. But the Braves tack on 2 more runs on a base hit and an error from Mcloughlin after 3 innings, it's now Banks 6 and Mcloughlin 1. So we'll take a 1-minute break and be back in just a moment.
Divine Home Solutions can upgrade your kitchen with quality cabinets. Divine Home Solution focuses on quick turnaround time from lead to completion. They also have luxury vinyl plank flooring as well. Don't just make your kitchen beautiful, make it divine. Divine Home Solutions, 971-407-6742 or 971-325-7759 and online at divinehome.solutions.
Your local lender, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, is here to walk you through every step in purchasing your new home. Christy and her team bring trusted knowledge and years of experience to make your home loan financing process an enjoyable one. If you're in the business or have questions about purchasing or refinancing your home, call Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, 503-327-5302, or visit uhm.com/kvanmeter. Union Home Mortgage, official sponsor of the PBR. Union Home Mortgage promises cap. Christy Van Meter is licensed in Oregon 1700271, Washington MLO-1700271, and Arizona 1039867. Union Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229.
Top of the 4th inning, Mcloughlin coming to the plate, trailing by 5 runs. Banks 6, Pioneers 1. Half swing back to the pitcher. Throw to first from Robinson is in time for the 1-3 putout. Allie Sasser, left fielder, leading off the 4th for the Pioneers. Now batting number 6, center fielder Maritza Ruvakalba. Pitch from Robinson, just a touch low, ball 1. Pitch misses high that time, overcorrects 2-0. Robinson's 2-0 delivery inside, 3-0. Doing her darndest to try to walk the second hitter of the 4th inning for Mcloughlin. Missed low, missed high, missed inside. We'll see if she can miss outside. Miss every corner of the plate. She gets a strike that time on a pitch taken all the way, 3-1. And strike 2 called on a cutter to the outside part of the plate. Count is full. Brooklyn Robinson looking to come all the way back after being in a 3-0 hole to strike out Maritza Ruvakalba. Chopped high, back to second. Naomi Brown falls to the ground, or nearly falls to the ground. Threw it away. Throw to second. They're going to get her for out number 2 as she tried to turn a reaching first base on an error into 2 bases. Batting number 2, catcher Roslyn Ruvakalba. First pitch, line foul just over the middle section of the backstop, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 0-2 on a little off-speed action. 6-1 Braves. Brooklyn Robinson has allowed just 1 run on 3 hits through 3 2/3. Pitches slapped into the top of the middle section of the backstop off the first base side. Still 0-2. Pitch is lobbed to the plate, drops late, but misses outside, I believe, 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike three to end the top of the fourth. No runs, no hits, one error, and nobody left for Mcloughlin after 3.5. It's still the Braves 6 and Mcloughlin 1. We'll be back after this 1-minute break from On Point.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things? Or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low-interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
And we're back, bottom of the fourth inning. Banks up 6-1. Leading off number 10, shortstop Brooklyn Evans. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Braves, number 2 hitter, number 10, shortstop Brooklyn Evans. First pitch swung on, chops it foul in front of the plate. 0-1. Banks 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, off of just 1 base hit and 1 error. 0-1 to Evans, shows bunt. Back to the pitcher, throw to first. Thrown away, another error from Mcloughlin. Evans will be safe at second after a 2-base error from Aisling Giguere on the throw to first. Number 77, center fielder Sidney Phillips. He also squares to bunt, pitches inside, ball 1. Again shows bunt. Swings, grounded past the first baseman. Base hit, single for Sidney Phillips. Will score Evans from second, and it's 7-1 Braves. And throw. The plate is late. Still nobody out for Banks. Chloe Long batting for Banks. Batting number 9, catcher Chloe Long. And this one is pulled foul, left down the left field line, out of play. Pitch is going to be lined to right field, off the glove of the right fielder. And another run's going to score. Sidney Phillips. Chloe Long will be safe at third after a 3-base error after the fly ball to right. And Aisling Giguere is going to meet with her infield to try to settle her down. Still nobody out. Banks an 8-1 lead. This one's starting to get out of hand. 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Braves, 1 run, 3 hits, 5 errors for Mcloughlin. Pitch is a called strike to Naomi Brown, 0-1. Second baseman, number 14, Naomi Brown. Pitch is turned on, grounded to third, throw to first. In time, throw to the plate, not in time. Sliding in behind the bag is catcher Chloe Long to make it 9-1 Braves. Batting number 21, Michaela Prevost. Bunted beautifully back to the pitcher, throw to first. Just in time for out number 2. Prevost can't believe it. But I believe that is the right call. Very close play. Bang, bang, as Kara Solskjaer comes to the plate. Number 44, right fielder, Karis Holscher. Is knuckled straight back, 0-1. Bottom of the 4th inning, Braves a 9-1 lead. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and 3 here in the 4th. McLaughlin's only run came in the top of the 3rd. Pitch strike 2 called. Just a little bit high and outside, 1-2. One-two pitch down and in. Nobody on the base paths for the Braves. No harm, no foul. 2-2 the count. Pitch from Giguere, lifted out of play, straight back off, a little bit off to the first base side. Still 2-2. Two from Giguere, up and in. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th, a 9-1 Banks lead. Swung on and missed off speed, can't connect. Braves end the 4th with a strikeout, but tack on 3 more runs on just a 1 base hit, 2 Mcloughlin errors. And after 4, it's Banks 9 and Mcloughlin 1. Bottom of the 4th inning for the Braves, 3 runs on just a 1 base hit, 2 Pioneer errors after 4 innings. It's Banks 9 and Mcloughlin 1. Your local lender, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, is here to walk you through every step in purchasing your new home. Christy and her team bring trusted knowledge and years of experience to make your home loan financing process.
Casey Ogden is a healthcare expert with more than 40 years in the field serving others and is college certified in nursing and healthcare administration. Her business, Casey Ogden Healthcare Services, offers everything you need for home health, from limited medical equipment, meal preparation, medication management, medical transportation, and more. Call 971-273-6058 or email caseyogden.hcs.llc@gmail.com.
And we're back, top of the fifth inning. Leading off from Mcloughlin, bottom of the order right fielder, number 20, Imelda Lopez. First pitch. Not sure where that missed, but apparently ball one. Leading off number 20, right fielder, Imelda Lopez. One-0 pitch, a swung on, foul tipped into the glove of Long, 1-1. Your style, efficiency, and performance. Glad we're on the same team this season and every season. Let's keep huddling up and going for it. Toyota, let's go places. The 1-1 pitch, pulled to the right side, right down the first base line. Easy play for Sawyer Peters, who tags the base at first for out number one. Number 4, starting pitcher, Addie Leonetti. Pitch is taken a little bit up and out off the plate, 1-0. On Point Community Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the OSAA State Championship. On Point is Oregon's largest locally headquartered credit union, serving more than 563,000 members. Visit onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by the NCUA, equal housing opportunity. 2-0 the count to Addie Leonetti with one out in the top of the fifth. Banks leading 9-1. She rips one through the hole between third and short for a one-out single. Number 9, third baseman for Mcloughlin, Ella Burkwell. First pitch from Robinson, chopped to third, back past Brooklyn Lamb, past a backhanded effort from Brooklyn Evans, and back-to-back hits from Mcloughlin with one out in the fifth. Number 13, pitcher Aisling Giguere. First pitch grounded right back to the pitcher, throw to third for one, throw to first in time for the double play as Mcloughlin was threatening to tack on another run to end the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom half. Banks holds Mcloughlin on the board despite back-to-back base hits. After 4.5, Banks still 9, Mcloughlin 1.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it? Is it good?
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
And we're back, bottom of the fifth inning. Banks a 9-1 lead. 2 more runs will take care of Mcloughlin in a 10-run rule fashion. Leading off, Brooklyn Lamb in the bottom of the fifth. Cutter to the outside, swung on and missed, 0-1. Number 51, third baseman, Brooklyn Lamb. Pitch swung on and turns on it, trips it foul left of third. Lamb behind 0-2 in the count. The lead off the fifth inning as we are now in the bottom of the Braves order. Eight, 9-1. Brooklyn Lamb, then Sawyer Peters, bottom of the order for the Braves. Pitch is swung on, lifted to right. And catch is made for out number 1. Number 37, first baseman Sawyer Peters. A slow roller up the first base line, throw to first. Not in time. Sawyer Peters able to beat out an infield single up the third base line. Was not kind of a swinging bunt, but did not square around a bunt, I don't think. Batting pitcher number 2, Brooklyn Robinson. Pitch right back at us, must have went over the top. Thought for sure it was going to bounce off the front just above our window, but did not hear it hit. 0-1 the count. One out, pitch is shot back to the pitcher. Stabs at it, throw to second, threw it away. Peters is going to head to third, and they're sending her to the plate. Throw, there will be no throw, and it's 10-1. Game-ending run at second base with a 1 out after another error from Mcloughlin. Batting number 10, shortstop Brooklyn Evans. Brooklyn Evans with a base hit to end the game. Right here, swings and comes up empty, 0-1. The 1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. Steps out of the batter's box and takes a couple practice swings up the third base side. The 0-2 pitch, reaches for one and lifts it well out of play, foul. Still a 2-strike count with a runner at second, which would be the game-ending run if Brooklyn Robinson touches home plate before the inning is over. The 0-2 to Evans, swung on and through to third. No throw. It gets trapped between the legs of the third baseman. She can't find the ball, and no throw to first. Another error for Mcloughlin, now 7 in the game. And that may be it for Aisling Giguere. Oh, yeah. That's right. Changed it on my scoreboard, but not the official scoreboard. Giguere will stay in there for the time being, and again, the Braves a chance to walk it off with a 10-run rule victory with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th for Sawyer Peters. Number 77, center fielder Sydney Phillips. Goes bunt, brings it back. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Last time she did that, it led to a fly ball off the right fielder's glove and scored a Braves run. Again, shows bunt. Giguere drops and is like, really kind of a, excuse me, half swing foul after she gets jammed on the inside. 1-1. Again, showing bunt, brings it back, lifted over the second baseman's head. That's gonna do it. Coming around to score Brooklyn Robinson, 11-1, the final score in 5 innings. Final score confirmed with the official book with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Banks 11, Mcloughlin 1. The Braves will advance to either host Brookings or travel to number 2 seed Dayton on Friday. We'll take one more 1-minute break and get our post-game OSAA spots in and come back to wrap it up. Final score, Banks 11, Mcloughlin of Milton Freewater 1. We'll be back in just a moment.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things? Or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
And we're back. Final score in 5 innings. Banks 11 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. Mcloughlin 1 run, 5 hits, and what did them in was their defensive miscues, 7 errors, and that they kind of set the tone early after turning a Brooklyn Robinson leadoff bunt in front of the plate into an inside the park home run after a throwing error to first, and Banks with the 10-run victory will advance to take on either Dayton on the road on Friday or Brookings Harbor and the Bruins here on Friday. That'll do it for us. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast and all of our broadcasts as well all season long. That will do it for Banks High School Athletics on Westside's Greatest Hits and Westside Mobile Media on YouTube. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcasts and the season that the Braves have had. Softball season will continue. We know that for sure. Baseball got a little ways yet to figure that out. They're playing at Taft and Lincoln City. That game less than an hour in. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Enjoy the summer. Hope to have you join us for Best of the Best this weekend and American Legion Baseball all summer long on West Side's Greatest Hits and West Side Mobile Media. Good night and God bless.